Once upon a time in a faraway kingdom, there lived a kind and gentle girl named Cinderella. She had soft golden hair and wore a simple blue dress, which she kept clean even though her stepmother and stepsisters made her do all the chores. Her stepmother, dressed in dark purple gowns, was cold-hearted, while her two stepsisters, who wore bright, fancy dresses, one in yellow and one in pink, were mean and spoiled. Every day, Cinderella worked hard from dawn to dusk, cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the household. She dreamed of a happier life but had little hope of escaping her difficult life. One day, news arrived in the kingdom. The king was hosting a grand ball at the castle. All the young women in the kingdom were invited, and the prince, dressed in royal blue, would choose a bride that night. Cinderella's heart filled with excitement, and she wished she could go too. But her stepmother and stepsisters laughed at her and said, "You can't go to the ball. You have no beautiful dress or jewels." On the night of the ball, Cinderella watched sadly as her stepmother and stepsisters left in their finest dresses. She sat alone, feeling hopeless. Suddenly, a sparkling light appeared, and in it stood her fairy godmother, a kind old woman in a shimmering lavender robe with a silver wand. "Don't worry, my dear," the fairy godmother said. "You shall go to the ball." She waved her magic wand, and in an instant Cinderella's ragged blue dress transformed into a beautiful gown of soft silver and sky blue with sparkles all over. Her shoes became two dazzling glass slippers that shone like stars. Cinderella couldn't believe her eyes. Then, with another wave of her wand, the fairy godmother turned a pumpkin into a golden carriage and mice into horses. She warned Cinderella, "Remember, my dear, the magic will only last until midnight. At the stroke of 12, everything will return to normal." When Cinderella arrived at the ball, everyone turned to look at her, amazed by her beauty. The prince, who wore a princely outfit of blue and gold, couldn't take his eyes off her. He asked her to dance, and together they danced all night. Cinderella felt as if she were in a dream. As the clock began to strike midnight, Cinderella remembered the fairy godmother's warning. She quickly thanked the prince and ran down the grand staircase, but in her hurry, she lost one of her glass slippers on the steps. The prince picked it up, vowing to find the mysterious girl who had stolen his heart. The next day, the prince went to every house in the kingdom, asking each young woman to try on the glass slipper. When he arrived at Cinderella's house, her stepsisters eagerly tried on the slipper, but it didn't fit. Finally, Cinderella asked if she could try, and to everyone's surprise, the slipper fit perfectly. The prince realized she was the one he had danced with, and he asked her to marry him. Cinderella accepted happily, and they were soon married in a beautiful ceremony. Cinderella wore a stunning white gown with silver lace, and her heart was full of joy.